By the way, this is all new for the show.
This is all new for the show.
Like, not just the changes for any of the other gear that we're going to look at. This is all brand new stuff.
Yes, I do not sleep.
Clearly.
A lot of people don't know, but just our discussions, you and me, is the inspiration for this device.
Yes, we had quite a few talks about what a revised LA2A, ASA2A thing would look like, and I'm pumped to see it here.
Yeah.
All right, so I am here with the man Chris from AudioScape. We're going to go over some new products. So he's going to show us what all is new and the changes they've made to some existing products. Here we go.
So we have, first up, obviously the Faircomp 670. We showed this last year. It's finally coming this year though. We're anticipating it coming out around spring. We had a couple last second changes we want to do to get the bias supply more reliable, because reliability is such a concern with something like this. And then, of course, we announced the MEQ2A. This is a follow-up to our EQP2A. And really, it works excellent in tandem with the EQP2A. And it's, you know, one of those devices that's special on its own.
Yep.
But a lot of people want this mid-range cut. And they also want, like, everything to do with the MEQ.
And the beauty of it, because this is all stereo, right?
So this is all stereo.
Just like the other one, they're meant for mixed bus or any bus duties, but you get a single knob to control both left and right.
And it's a beautiful circuit. It's a 3-band inductor circuit. You don't just want the mid cut. You want the inductor on this and the inductor on this. And the line amp is completely different than the EQP. It's a single-ended line amp. It's glorious. It's actually one of my favorite line amps in a piece of gear.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you definitely want this as its own standalone.
Very cool.
And you can get it in stereo now in 2U. So
lovely.
With that, we've had a lot of requests over the years for a blend option on the decom.
So we got wet dry now on the decom.
Such transient manipulation you can get with this compressor.
I've used this. Lester Estelle has one of these, and we have used it on every drum track that we've recorded for like
Lester
years
has
now.
one. Yeah,
it's
it
great.
would be sacrilegious if Lester didn't have one of these. This is like one of the ultimate drum compressors.
Yeah, buddy.
And having that blend option, it's just, people were just hammering us over the head for years to add this.
Yeah,
so it makes sense.
Very cool.
And then this is actually one of the coolest things I think we've announced this year. This is the D108. This is a dual preamplifier, and it's kind of a little bit similar to the early 2000s UA2108.
Okay.
In the sense that it's like the 1108 line amp of an 1176.
Oh, nice.
Right? So it's almost like an 1176 in a preamp form.
Got it.
But it's got its own JFET input stage. It's actually our own original JFET input stage that adds an additional 25 dB to that 1176 line amp.
Very cool.
Yeah, super cool. So, I mean, it's just a great classic rock and roll preamp.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then we actually have...
By the way, this is all new for the show.
This is all new for the show.
Like, not just the changes for any of the we that we're going to look at. This is all brand new stuff.
Yes, I do not sleep.
Clearly.
I can sleep when I'm dead. All right, so we have the M27. This is actually the 500 series single channel version of our DAM27.
Okay.
So we obviously called it the M27. It makes sense. But this is just such a beautiful piece, and it sounds just as good as it looks.
Yeah,
it's great.
That's awesome.
And it's based off the old MAP modular audio products, AM27, which is similar to the Melkor as well. And then, of course, we have a prototype we're showing just because we're crazy like that. And this is actually a 500 series version of our 76F.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's everything that you would get in the rack version packed into this thing. It's so heavy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it probably shifted the weight on the plane we brought it in.
Very, very cool stuff. Hopefully you guys can hear us, because they are just rocking out over there.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got in this rack?
Okay, so we actually have our new E-Series Deluxe Bus compressor.
Okay.
Which we released over the summer.
What's different about this from the original bus compressor?
So the original bus compressor is just a great bread and butter, like mixed bus compressor. That was its intention.
Yep.
This really opens it up with so many options.
Okay.
Every option that basically we've had a request for over the years, we included in this thing. It's like a kitchen sink of options.
So we've got iron.
What's that? Iron. This actually engages like a transformer circuit on the output. So it's not just transformers, it's a little bit of a circuit, which adds a little bit more of a saturation that you would want.
Very cool.
And the transformers are actually, we had Cinemag make them for us, they're all steel.
Oh, nice.
So they like massive character.
Awesome. Very cool.
And then the sidechain high pass, we have 6 values now. On the standard bus comp, we only had 160.
Okay.
So now we have a lot more options for the sidechain high pass. Makeup gain is actually a little bit different than, believe it or not, than the G series. It's got like the E series makeup gain circuit.
Okay.
Yep. And then the release, I mean, we opened up, you can see like
got a ton of options now.
Yeah, just a ton of attack and release options.
Yeah.
And the ratio, one of the highest requested ratios, 1.5.
Yep.
For the mix bus. And actually with something that's aggressive like the E series, you want this 1.5.
Yes.
Because this thing, the knee on the E series versus the G, a lot heavier and more aggressive.
Okay.
So having 1.5, yes, you can use this as a mix bus compressor as well, which is why I think most people would buy it, right?
Excellent. Then we've got a width control.
Oh yes, the stereo width. And this is, what's really cool about this is some people don't like stereo width.
Right.
So you can click it off.
Nice.
But what's cool is like when you click it off, it's like around 100 or around noon. So you can actually take your mix, make it more stereo all the way to 200, or you can make it more mono. Say things are too wide, you can dial that down. So it's a really, and it's a great width circuit. And you know, I experimented with a lot of different ways to implement this.
Yep.
This took, actually, we worked on this almost as long as the Faircom to bring this to market. About 5 years. Wow. So all these options, I had to like make sure that they had like the right amount, like the volumes, everything.
Totally.
Like the gain staging, all that for all this stuff had to be, make sure it was on point.
Excellent.
And then the, obviously a blend control.
Yep.
I actually don't think you need a blend control in this if you have a traditional bus comp.
Okay.
What makes you want to have a blend control is having the slam option, which is like you could just slam. You could just see when I turn it on there. It just goes, it just goes crazy. It goes apeshit. And that is like now being able to really slam a room on drums or anything like that,
and then blend it down.
Oh yeah,
that's the move.
Yep. And then of course Link was highly requested as well.
Excellent.
Just unlinks the detectors, so you can get, you know, slightly wider stereo image.
Totally.
If you're not getting that from the width as well.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So all of these are just, you know, and then of course the bypass is actually different on this one as well. It's actually a true relay bypass.
Okay, very cool. That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot of changes.
Yes, and 1U as well.
In 1U.
We could barely fit the meter on the side here.
Wow.
So,
money.
Yes. I love this thing. This is actually a limited edition color panel unit we did last Christmas.
Okay.
It's the Evergreen Edition 7016. And what I love about it is it looks different in any different light. Like in some lighting, it looks like the edges are like more smoky, like black. And it's just a traditional 1176 Rev D, but just in green. But for some reason, the anodize, it just really pops.
Look, I am not really a big fan of green as a color. I own no green clothes or green things. That's the most impressive green I've seen in person. I love it. Like, I think it just looks so cool. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's one of the coolest.
Yes.
And then the obviously the AS2A Shadow Black Edition.
Nice.
You know, a lot of people don't know, but just our discussions, you and me, is the inspiration for this device.
Yes, we had quite a few talks about what a revised LA2A, ASA2A thing would look like, and I'm pumped to see it here.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. I mean, what I like about it is everything is pretty much like the same. We only have one additional toggle, but there's actually, you know, what's great is on the back panel, there's 2 optical cells. We make our own optical cells for our LA2A style and LA3A style compressors. That's critical. So essentially, when we make cells, they all vary.
Right.
It's not like there's one fast and one slow, to be quite honest. You can actually have like 12 different shades of speeds.
Got it.
But anyways, what we do is we pick one that's really a lot faster and one that's more classic slow, like the traditional LA2A.
Got it.
And you can see like even in the, that's the slow release right there. And you can see right here, that's the fast release.
Yeah.
And you know, it doesn't grab that initial attack transient, and we talked about that, how it just doesn't, with a 2A style circuit. So it's very limited in that.
And one of the beauty things about, and I have not played around with this yet, but I'm assuming one of the cool things about it is the fact that you get the vibes and the character from a 2A style compressor.
Yep.
But now with faster reaction.
Yes, almost like a 3A style.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, and it's really cool to have that option. One other thing I do want to note is no one uses output plus 10, so we actually added a true bypass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that was just a simple addition that didn't take away from the aesthetics of the original.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I really
and
don't.
Then,
yeah, go ahead.
We got what's this?
Oh, yes, this is actually on the back panel. It was called limit sensitivity.
Okay.
And it's really cool to have this on the front panel because you can target the frequencies the sidechain detects and like what
Love
it's
it.
most sensitive to.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's the full range when it's here, but it starts targeting higher frequencies as you start turning it counterclockwise.
Now, in addition to that rack, this is all new for the show.
Yes.
When actually do you sleep?
Never. And of course, we did this last year. This is actually something that is a little bit older, but we brought it back for this year because it's such a great cause. For Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we do a pink Pultec style EQ.
Very cool.
This year we actually did all of our models. So MEQ, the EQB2A, and the EQPA. And it's such a great cause. And I know some people have preferences with different colors and that, but for those that, that's a cause that it makes sense to do that.
Yep.
And that's actually what started doing the different color units.
The whole thing, huh?
Yes. So yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
in the right spirit of doing that sort of thing.
I love it. So this rack looks familiar.
Oh yes. You got the 260 VU. You actually have all three
I have
of
this
these.
whole rack.
You have this whole rack.
I think the reverb was the first thing I got from you.
It was.
And it was like wild, like just wild. Anytime I'm doing any sort of thing where I want the most three-dimensional lush reverb.
What I love about all this is like, especially these two pieces, you were hesitant to like.
I was really hesitant on this.
Yeah,
and now it's like it's such a staple. Anytime I'm doing any sort of hard rock or indie or folk or any sort of organic-y thing, that's the vocal sound of every record I do.
Oh
now.
yeah, everything. It's almost like the LA2A of Barry Muse. Like
It's
everything
so
you put
good.
through it is better. Not every Barry Muse acts that way.
Right.
Fairchild doesn't act that way. Like a Estate Level doesn't act that way. But this, everything is better for going through this.
And the saturation character is so usable on so many things. It's equally at home on bass guitar as it is on a vocal.
Yeah,
and that's the coolest thing right there. I have not used very many pieces of gear where that's the case, where the saturation character is equally at home on a bass guitar as it is a vocal.
Oh yeah, and what I love about this is we did not change like the there's some oddball tubes in this thing.
Yeah.
We did not like use substitutes.
Right.
Like usually that's what happens
Right.
with a device like this. So like it's got the original 6SK black metal tubes, the 6J7s, RCAs. It's got the original rectifier. We never get rid of a tube rectifier in a device.
That's awesome.
That's just such a bonehead move, honestly. I'll just be real about that. Like, I know from building guitar amps what a tube power supply does to a circuit, and the way it fluctuates and the way it delivers this power is different and unique.
Right.
And you never want to get rid of that.
Amazing.
Yeah, and the reverb, like we spoke about before, it's just, it's so three-dimensional. What I like the most about this is like the left and the right are not the same. So like you can drive it differently on each side and not feel like, oh, I gotta match the size. No,
that's half the sauce.
Yeah,
is for it to be different.
That's how you get that three-dimensional.
It's like
thing.
unlinking a compressor, but even more three-dimensional.
Yes, and it's I love this too because sometimes people try to just run a sine through it, and this, you don't run a sine through this if you're gonna check the balance. You run a pink noise, and like it's a whole different animal than like a compressor or anything like that. I think this is one where we're a little crazy for doing it, but it
it's awesome.
Paid off.
It's awesome. And then of course, I mean, you guys have seen this stuff, but 260 VU.
Yes, and we actually added a DE version of this recently.
You added what?
A DE, a deluxe version of this. Yes, where there's sidechain high pass, and there's a blend, and there's an iron switch.
You do a trade-in program?
And yes, we actually do.
Oh, well, there's a beautiful segue.
But I do like that we keep the traditional units. We don't because in my mind, there's some people that just want the thing that does the thing.
Yeah.
And they don't need all these bells and whistles. And that's cool. And I'm kind of like that myself. That's why it took us so long to add options to products. But I didn't realize that people want options.
Yeah.
So the DE series that we announced last year with the 76s and
Yep.
everything, we've done that with the VComp Plus, we've done that with the 260 VU.
Nice.
So yeah, I think it's really cool. It strikes a nice balance. And,
Very cool.
You know, like whatever you're into, there's something for everyone.
Yep.
You know, with these AudioScape products and the lineup we have now.
I actually have all 3 of these in my studio right now.
Yes.
Because we're getting ready to do a shootout video between them.
And you got all the, actually the deluxe editions. That's why we have the traditional ones here. You took all our deluxe
Oh,
stuff.
no.
No, but this is our classic compressors rack. So these are all just what you would expect, you know, from all your classic compressors in one rack.
Excellent.
You know, every revision of the 1176 that, you know, uses the input transformer, let's say. The A, the D, the F. And, of course, our new AS2A, which is similar to our Opto.
Okay.
But, you know, of course, people wanted the hinge panel. You know, I know it's an aesthetic thing, but if you're going to go so hard to get the right parts, build the optical cell like the original, you might as well have the case look like the original.
Which is very, very cool. And I have to say, the metal work, same with the ASA6A over there, the metal work is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
That's Ryan right there. That's our case, that's our lead mechanical designer, man.
I love it.
He's been killing it.
So this rack looks very familiar too, half of it.
Yes, we actually spoke about the DE series at the last rack. And this is actually our VComp Plus DE edition. It's, of course, it's got the hinged panel, just much like the AS2A that we just introduced.
And for those that don't know, the hinge panel is this hinge down here, and the whole front plate flops out.
Yes, and actually, you know, for our units, the tubes are on the inside. So now you can actually retube the unit without taking it out
still in the rack.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Which is handy. Like, and especially on this one, you know, it uses 6v6 output tubes. So, like, it uses, like, this is basically like a 5E3 Tweed Deluxe with a 6386 compression tube.
Nice.
That's a good way to look at this. It's a push-pull amplifier. It's amazing. So having that ability to change, if you need to change your rectifier tube, the tubes after 5-6 years or whatever it is, it's just right there, ready to do service. You'd be a great daily driver.
And there's some new options on here that I haven't seen before as well, because it's the deluxe version.
Oh yeah.
When did this come out, the deluxe edition?
This came out over the summer as well.
Okay.
Yeah, last year we really wanted to add more options to our product range. And it just made sense to, and we still sell the regular VComp Plus, just like we do with the 260 VU. Some people don't want all of this, some people do. They just want the classic traditional one. So blend, sidechain high pass. We actually, one thing I didn't do intentionally was add more drive options. Because there is a very sensitive balance with the input pad on these. So like there's only really one setting that sounds good. So like I did look at it again and I was like, nope, that's not gonna happen.
Well, very cool.
Yeah, curating all those mods and that is very important. You definitely want someone that's spending their time and you know, like going through everything. Of course, you got the traditional decomp.
Just minus the blend.
Which will still be available, actually. This one's not really different, like with the DE series. It's like selectable options on this. You could add detents, you could add like the blend option. So I like that. It just sort of says you can sort of build your own compressor. Yeah, which
that's
is cool.
awesome.
We have the AS78. Man, I can't think of a better compressor for overheads. Some people use this even
drum
on the
bus.
Yeah, drum bus.
I mean, that's my drum bus. It's the 260 VU or the AS78. It's one of the two on every single song.
They do get out, you know?
Yeah, they do.
And then the DA3A. And
which has been out a couple years now, right?
Yes. It's been out about 2 years. And this is still, it's just a cheap box. Like Clear Mountain said, it's just a cheap box. We actually use, they come stock with the Clear Mountain mod just in them. Bob just got it right, you know? So, yeah, there's nothing. What this does with the mid-range push on like guitars, piano, any sort of...
That's the CLA trick. A 3A on a guitar bus.
And it's just, you know, there's nothing like it, and it does something so pleasant. You wouldn't think pushing the upper mids would be pleasing, but when this does it,
I love it.
You want that on your mix.
Dude, thank you so much for walking me through all of that. So I will put links down below for all the AudioScape stuff, so hit the links down below, go check out all their stuff. Obviously, you guys have seen my videos. You've seen how much of it I have, and I have it because I love it. I cannot recommend it enough. Thank you for giving me a run through. You got anything to add?
Yeah, we actually have this patch rack.
Oh, yeah.
You got the Flock Audio patch.
I have the Flock patch,
We have them running this rack, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Darren and company there.
Very,
doing a
very
killer
cool.
job always.
Absolutely. Killer, man. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.